Hey everybody, and welcome to Northernlion tries Gears Tactics, which is kind of it's an unusual game for me to play, to be honest, because I've never played a Gears of War game before in my entire life. Sincerely, this is my first Gears game. I sent in a review request for Gears of War Ascension back in early 2013. Didn't hear back. I'm not bitter. It's just it stays locked in my brain. Nothing ever disappears from up there. Anyway, but yeah, I've never played a Gears game before, but at the same time, it might seem like this is a super weird game for me to play, but rather, it's also a tactics strategy game in the same vein as like an XCOM Enemy Unknown or something like that, so it's actually a very obvious choice for me to check something out, especially considering that it's free on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you should download this, because it's like a full-price game. It's 60 bucks USD, 80 bucks Canadian. We're gonna get started here. I mean, free on Game Pass is a bit of a misnomer. That's like saying it's free after you paid for it, but Game Pass is, you know what, put me on experience for now. Game Pass tends to be a good value in my experience. Usually there's one or two things on Game Pass monthly where I'm like, this is sick. And really, like, having access to all the Microsoft stuff, you know, this and the Forza's Essential, well, the Forza Horizon at least, that's enough for me. Plus, they just put Alien Isolation on there. I'm sure everybody watching this already owns that. But anyway, I have no idea this is going to open with. I was just going to say a cutscene. Let me tell you, I'm pretty sure Gears of War is about mankind fighting aliens who invaded Earth. And they have the men are very, very large. They're all built like linebackers. And they have chainsaws on the end of their gun.
Have been great. Our resolve is far greater.
They shoot like me in Warzone.
My fellow Tyrants. Today, the coalition of ordered governments.
It's got a real Starship Troopers satirical bend to it right now.
These locusts will advance no further.
I really like sci-fi that's rusted. Is there a term for that where people are in like outer space, but they're in things that look like old Civil War era dreadnoughts? Not necessarily like a hard sci-fi, but instead of everything being like all slick and like white plastic and aesthetic and stuff like that, I'm talking about like pure iron and like I want my spaceships to look more like a submarine than an Apple product. That's more interesting to me.
If you can survive Prescott's bullshit, you can survive anything.
It's all right. We're past the first minute. You're not going to demonetize me with that.
To kill the grubs, Sarge. Am I ever going to see him again?
I don't know.
Sir, we're 20,000 leagues under the sea. Nothing could get in. Captain Crunch?
Looking for shelter? Come on. Join the party.
You're gonna want to get that.
Are you from the future, sir? Is that what's happening here? By the way, it is a little the voice to sound, or the lip syncing, I should say, is a little desynced. It's not on your end.
No, you've got the wrong gear. I just run the motor pool.
You have your orders. Control out.
In all honesty, if you got a neck thicker than your head, you should just prepare for battle at some point. You're an able-bodied soldier.
Let me guess. You're coming too.
Well, if you insist.
Look at the size of the necks, dude. Does my neck look like... It's not even close. I got like a freaking pencil compared to these guys. I gotta start doing some neck shrugs. Alright, great parking job. Oh, it was a self-parker. I can't believe I gave you credit.
Like we're on foot from here. CIC's up ahead.
CIC Music Factory? Don't they do Everybody Dance now? Oh no, the Juggalos, there's no way that the gathering has been canceled this year. They're upset. They got the soda cannons. Alright, I'm ready. Enemy turn.
Check. Locust troops inbound.
Drone. I see him.
Big mistake, that's half cover. Half cover is no cover. Oh, big mistake. You're flankable? I mean, you're just a terrible shot. I'm just standing out in the open here. Okay, camera. Control the camera with WASD. Look at that.
Get
Okay.
into cover, Diaz. You forget how to fight in the motor pool?
Something like that.
Well, more or less, yes. Use mouse 1 to start a move. There you go. Use mouse 1 to move Gabe into the highlighted cover. Look at that. Problem solved. Then you're gonna flank this guy. He's toasted. He's toasted. Shoot hammer burst drone. Use mouse 1 on them. Enemies not protected by cover are easy to hit. We have a 100% hit chance. 230 damage, 460 on a 55 crit. Okay, very readable interface. I mean, you can tell it's quite XCOM-y right at the start here.
Target down. Got one more in range.
We can't shoot though, aren't we? I thought we were out of action points. Perhaps not. Use 1 to target an enemy and mouse over them. 12% hit chance? Come on. Come on. You don't actually want me to take a 12%. Maybe they're showing us you can destroy some cover.
Grub's dug in. We need to flank him.
Okay.
Roger that.
Move Sid
Move
into flank.
position.
Use mouse 1 to start a move. Move him into the highlighted cover. Okay. I wonder what that ping is, though. I guess that circle on the ground is probably where a one move action becomes a 2 move action. That makes sense. All right. So you got a crit to do 416 damage, I think, but we'll see. TACCOM gives you more detailed information on your chance to hit. Use R to toggle TACCOM. Okay, so it's on now. 100% chance to hit, 65% chance to crit. You can see we got 25% chance to crit by default for some reason, and an extra 40 for movement. Or sorry, for flanking. So let's take that shot. I'm very familiar with these tutorials. They're gonna let you crit there because they're not actually rolling the dice on that one usually. Partial hit. In cover, so it lowered the damage. Okay. Most abilities like moving and shooting require actions. Some abilities, such as moving a long distance, can cost multiple actions. Each unit has 3 actions that you can split between movement, shooting, and
The hammer
skills.
strikes aren't gonna wait for us. Finish off these grubs so we can get to the CIC.
Won't even break a sweat.
Uh-huh. Okay, hold on. Move to an enemy to kill it with this Lancer's chainsaw. Like it just kills it 100%? Can I get to you? Oh my, I mean, you gotta take the risk on this one. You gotta go for the long run.
En route.
Oh, send them. I'm looking forward to some alien gore. Oh, that's just absolutely brutal. Just disgusting. I even got an achievement for that. As the achievement was called Tactics. That's great. Does not work over cover. Charge in a straight line at an exposed enemy to kill them with a bayonet. That's not over cover. That's around cover. Oh my god. Just positively disgusting.
Let's
All right.
move. You got a name, soldier?
Redburn. Sid Redburn.
Tell me something, Sid Redburn. You clearly know where you're going. So why am I here?
I guess someone up there likes you, Sergeant.
Up there? Or like up in the, command? Okay, so I did notice, I watched a little bit of a streamer named Richard Hammer play this game. Acquaintance of the channel, friend of a friend of the channel. That's a friend of the channel. We've had dinner together at least. Unlike other XCOM games, but kind of more like Chimera Squad, some named characters, maybe even all named characters, must survive missions. So you don't have the same degree necessarily of like, I've drafted a barracks and then I can, build up emerging gameplay and narratives around characters and then, oh no, they're dead, now they're back as a mech, etc., etc. But still, an interesting idea here for sure. All right, let's move. You only get 2 moves because you already took 1. That actually makes perfect sense. How about I move you up here? It's the enemy turn.
Killing time.
We don't see any, to the best of my knowledge. So what I'm gonna do Let's have you get behind this full cover. And I'd really like to have you reload. Oh, but you get full ammo and maybe in the tutorial after each encounter. Okay, so you got 1 action point remaining. Sure, go ahead and move here. You never know what kind of situation you'll find yourself in as you move up here. Always helpful. And then we'll just press the end button to end our turn. Perfect. All right.
I'm ready for this.
There's nothing to be ready for yet, sir. This is an Arby's. So one thing I would think is, like, hear me out here.
On my way.
1 energy move. There we go. We still got 2 energy remaining. Well, that's just vile. Wretch. Wretch. Melee hunters immediately attack if you get too close. Alright. Oh, and we got 2 drones as well. Alright, well... Oh, we get to start a full turn here. Understood.
Take them out before they swarm us.
Take them out before they swarm us. You don't need to tell me. I can move into cover myself. Don't even get me started, brother. You got a grenade?
I'll overwatch him on this side.
Okay. Overwatch is an ability that lets your units shoot during the enemy turn. Your unit will shoot once for each action they had when Overwatch was set. That's actually very interesting. So you can do 2 shoots.
Good. I'll cover the other side.
That's cool. Because, you know, obviously, like in XCOM, your Overwatch, unless you have special abilities, only allows you to Overwatch... Shoot once during Overwatch, I should say. So the ability to actually set up, like, this wave-based shooting stuff is kind of interesting. Alright, now you are the only people I'm worried about, but I'm not actually that worried about you because it is the tutorial. Even if they're going to kill me in the tutorial, it's not like I had any choice in the matter. Okay, so you got your own Overwatch there.
I can't move until you disable their Overwatch.
Use disabling shot. New objective. Sure. Passive skills? I don't believe that I have a disabling shot. So I'm a little confused right now.
I can't move until you disable their Overwatch.
It is, oh, okay. It is with our pistol. Got it, okay. This will interrupt enemy Overwatch. 60% hit chance. Why not? Interrupted. Another achievement? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? Move Sid into flank. Yo, and then kill the other Overwatcher. Let's go, boys. Okay. 86% chance, aka 100. He's not dead. He's just... Oh, he's downed. Okay. Now you, obviously, you gotta take out this guy. Disgusting. Enemies have a chance to be downed when their health is depleted. Moving a unit onto a downed enemy will execute them. It gives 1 bonus action to all other friendly units. Oh, baby. We got a combo going here. Press mouse 1 over the highlighted enemy to do your execution. This should be absolutely gruesome. Just disgusting. That, you took pleasure in that.
That drone?
And with 1 action, you should be deceased. And look at that. Okay. Problem solved. Temporarily. Get to the command building.
More
New
contacts.
Objective.
This better be one hell of an important document we're after.
Above our pay grade, Sergeant.
This guy's executable as well.
Flash fried.
Okay, so we do have to reload.
Shit, my weapon's drawn.
I know, you guys, Sid.
Reload.
Come on, I picked experience. Finish a downed enemy bayonet charge Overwatch. With 2 actions remaining, these are just melee drones. I got a great idea. Hear me out on this one. We Overwatch these boys right here.
On it.
We only have 2 shots, right?
Support on
Wrong, because we're about to execute this fool right here.
In transit.
Which will give him 3 actions. Which means that he'll be able to shoot thrice. And
Exterminated.
We still have 2 action points ourselves. You know what? I think it'll be more fun to just set this up right here. Let's do it.
Bring it, shitheads.
Oh, hey! That's just rude. Alright, great turn. Great turn. Here's what I'm thinking.
Ready or not, scumbag.
I mean, if you're not using your full bayonet charge, what's wrong? Oh no! I'm so sorry. I'm a fool. Anyway, get blasted. That'll work. So obviously that's not the way like you should do it. That's not the way I drew it up. I forgot they automatically attack if you get close. But you know what? We learned a very valuable lesson there.
Fully loaded.
All right, that's the end of our turn.
Assholes.
More dudes. You honestly, you don't stand a chance.
Time to get
He regens. Let's go. So I'm thinking, you know, here's the thing. I'm into the idea of a game that makes Overwatch. I mean, Overwatch is always strong in XCOM, but I'm into it being a more like almost aggressive play rather than merely being defensive. Like the fact that you can do essentially like a squad wipe like that is kind of hilarious. 38% chance to hit? Not on my watch. We don't take those 38% chances. Instead, we move slightly closer and take the 80. Oh, you know you're...
weapons on empty.
I was like, you know you're gonna get it. When you, well, I guess we'll just be out in the open then. I was gonna say, you know you're gonna get it when you get a cutscene. That clearly, you know, we just learned something very valuable right there. That's indeed not the case. Battlefield cleared, no enemies detected.
Clear. Into the CIC.
Send him, brother. I just saw those doors open. Grubs, get ready.
Support on hand.
Okay. Moving.
We did it. I feel a great bond with Sid already.
Got Reavers doing a flyby.
Enemy UAV detected.
Time. Go.
Was that in...
Now what are we looking for?
The most classified looking file they
I'm like, is my shelf falling apart? There is a lot of stuff on it. That was very scary.
Plenty of time to read that later. We're in for a fun ride, you and me.
Why do you talk like that?
I told Prescott, I don't do that shit anymore.
Time to go. Couldn't hide out in the motor pool forever, Diaz.
Well, we did our part. It's a heck of a tutorial. It hit you with the hammer of dawn.
Get back to the APC.
Okay.
Shit. Reaver dropped off reinforcements.
Perhaps a real
Here
battle.
they come. Wretches.
And then 2 hammerburst drones. They got their own Overwatch protection, so I hate that.
Clear them out with a frag grenade. Gladly.
How about one of these? Call me in the morning. Just take one of these. Call me in the morning.
Throwing frag. 4 for the price of 1.
There's nothing they could have done, dude. Maybe spread out like 20 feet away from each other. Oh, come on. Don't be ridiculous.
Do it.
Okay, so we want to avoid triggering their Overwatch. I think we should be able to make this move without triggering it. 62, 21. We'll take the 62. That makes a lot of sense, to be honest with you. We still landed a shot. I'll do it again. I'll freaking do it again. It doesn't bother me at all. So what do you got? You got 2 moves left. I'm gonna move you to this cover. I don't think you'll be discovered by the Overwatch, sir. And then, if I could get you to land this shot, that'd be a dream come true. Frustrated grunt. Like Tim Allen. Okay, what do you do? Standing out in the middle of nowhere, huh? That's one way to do it, I suppose. Oh, I'm just trying to... You know what? I think that's an acceptable... Oh, it is a 3-turn move! It's a 3-turn move. Okay, hear me out here. It's a ballsy play, but you gotta work with me, alright? We will get hit doing this. It's terrible form. But if we're not gonna experiment in the tutorial, there's something wrong with us. Absolutely disgusting. You could have just shot him. Then... Oh, baby. Send him. I can't get close enough. I can still hit him pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that'll work, don't get me wrong. Do I have ammo? Oh, I got ammo. Look at that. Easy. Okay. You might as well execute this guy. Excuse me. You might as well execute this guy. For somebody who just works at the motor pool, you seem to get a lot of pleasure out of this part. Let me show you out.
Okay.
You know we're good. It says, Oh. It played like a little heavy metal sting for us. Now to play us out with a cut from his new album, Sting.
What now? There! A way around! Break the goddamn scenic route.
Look like the bad guys from The Fifth Element.
What's the play here?
I don't know, use your nail grenade. Shove your nail grenade up their butt.
Backfall! Now! What? You going bad shit? Move!
It is very spectacular. I can't deny that. And now it just becomes The Sims. Me and my new dad living inside of the bank vault together. Eating grenades for sustenance. Crapping out rocket launchers.
Holy shit.
Do not go in there.
I'll say one thing for Prescott. The man's thorough.
Come on. Let's find a way back.
And then they do the drop. This is... I don't know enough about Gears to say this, but this feels like a classic Gears title drop. God, I wanted to be right.
To a goddamn crisp. Better hope our APC isn't torched too, or it's gonna be a long walk to the bunker.
Look at that, little loot drop. Little loot drop. Okay.
Grub action.
Grub action. Where? Just be cool, okay? You gotta... Sometimes you gotta slow play it. Give me a little two-piece walk.
Here.
And then you. How far can you get on a two-piece? Can you get here? You can get there. Okay, we're gonna move you up here on a two-piece then. And then the smart money... Equipment cases can be found during missions. After the mission, open the case to get powerful upgrades. I do like that.
Good for you, Diaz.
Whatever you say.
Don't play coy. You were
Common
flying up
case
the ranks,
retrieved.
then you bust yourself
Okay,
down
I'm
to
just
the
gonna
motor
overwatch a
pool.
little
For what?
towards our objective. You never know what's coming down there. We don't have any other action points.
Weapons up.
That seems bad.
Sounds like an emergence hole. Get up there. Grubs will be tunneling out soon.
We're
All right.
already back at it, huh? So much for Prescott's hammer strikes.
Why don't you get up here? And then my thinking for you, Sid, is I want you to take a little overwatch at the so-called emergence hole that will soon have grubs tunneling out of it.
Changing position.
And then, Gabe, if you don't mind, I'm gonna have you do the exact same thing. All right.
People.
Maybe they're just hungry. You never try to listen and communicate with them in their own language? Emergence hole. Spawns enemies each turn. Close with explosives after the first wave.
Coming up from underground. Been doing this a long time.
Okay. I mean, it's good shooting. Oh, apparently we can communicate with them. Emergence holes allow the enemies to bring in reinforcements. After an E-hole is completely open, you can close it with a frag grenade. Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead then and throw a grenade at the so-called E-hole. That makes sense. That appears to have not closed it.
Right.
I think it did not. Are you still... How many action points did you have? Is there any way for us to have known that? Oh, you're in a world of hurt, dude. You are absolutely in a world of hurt. I still got 2 action points with this son of a gun right here. Here's what I'm thinking. You know what? I can't use a disabling... Oh, we can't see the other guy. Okay, give me my real gun. And then this guy is just out in the open. If you missed, I probably never would have forgiven you. Now you... Can you hit it? You can hit a disabling shot. 33%. This will be a dream. I can't believe it worked. We can't get to execute though. I didn't leave myself enough to get to execute. Just toast them. That we should have used our primary. I'm a fool. We got to get in there and close that emergence hole. You know what? I deserve that. We could have very easily taken them. Are you gonna res them? I don't know what that means. Here's what I will tell you though. Step 1. Hit this guy with a simple execute. Positively disgusting. Step 2. We still got 1 action point. This guy's gotta go. Get blasted. Now this guy's got 4 action points. Go ahead, hit me once. I don't care. Go ahead, hit me once. I'm gonna get you. Then I'm gonna reload.
All loaded up.
And you know what? We just got 2 action points here. Look at this old man's about to have the greatest turn of his whole life. If that had missed, I would have been completely devastated, by the way. We can't use a frag grenade yet. I'm a fool. Okay, block the emergence hole. It's okay. He regens every turn. Okay. Wait, just one of these guys comes out of there? Big whoop. What are you going to do? Get killed. Incredible. A wise decision. It does seem like it's starting to get hot. No doubt about it. Okay, I'd like to make a 2-piece move, please.
On standby.
Are you gonna have a good shot at this guy?
Do it.
What's your odds right now? 11?
Headed there now.
What about now? 73. Much better. Incredible work. And low ammo. Now is this thing... That must be closed in now. Maybe it only lets people go... Or maybe it only spawns enemies for the first 3 turns. I mean, I'm embarrassed that I didn't get to close it, but... Or maybe I did close it with the grenade and it just took a couple of turns to manifest. I'm not worried about you. We got so much regen, it is...
Alright, snap to it.
Popping out of our freaking eyes, dude. So you need to reload, but on the other hand, there's also a certain temptation. Throw a stim grenade? Yo, I didn't even consider this. Take one of these and call me in the morning, brother. And then switch back to your other gun and reload.
Reload it.
And then keep an overwatch up, because these little dudes are coming in hot here. And honestly, I'm looking at you, my friend, and I'm thinking, you know what you could really use is a reload, followed by another overwatch yourself. I'd really like to avoid getting mauled to death by these little melee minions. That was a pretty good start.
Out of commission.
On the other hand, oh, let's go. We got lucky. I could have told you that. All right. So this, obviously, this guy's got to go. Let's start there. Good start.
With prejudice.
You got no shot on the other guy. You have a shot on the other guy. What about with your pistol? Higher chance, admittedly. We'd like to avoid getting shot at.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here's what I'm thinking. Put me on primary. I have a feeling that for the tutorial, this guy's gonna close up.
On it.
So you, with 2 shots left in your gun, I'm gonna reload. And then just have you do the same. I'm just gonna have you overwatch, honestly.
On it.
And let's see what this guy chooses to do. He's chosen to die. Not what I would have done, personally, but... Oh, I meant to execute him. But personally, I guess, you know, we share different ideals for the way that we would choose to handle this. And you know what? That's okay. I am thinking about the idea that, like, our dudes are wearing incredibly large armor plates. Maybe we can afford, unlike XCOM, to be substantially more aggressive in order to get kills faster. I don't know, though. I don't know yet. I mean, if you're gonna try to strike fear into my heart, these are not the enemies to do it. The flying jellyfish type tentacle monsters, sure, maybe there's a case to be made there. But these guys, I'm not scared at all. Yo, victory. Common drum mag, common sleek stock, common light barrel, which gives Swift. I don't know what Swift does, but dude, at least let me open the loot box. I gotta know what's going on in that loot box. Come on, dude, there's so many achievements just pogging down from the heavens.
Look around, Diaz. War's not over. We need to talk
Also,
about
it never
Preston's
changes.
This grub named Zukon.
Save it. I fix things now. And that's it.
Shit. The bunker.
You hate to see it.
No blast marks.
Oh, you
This
son of
wasn't
a
the
gun.
hammer. No, it wasn't. This was Ukon.
And his second in command, Nunavut. What did I tell you? I knew it was coming. I just had the wrong fiery scene in my head. It's like a Mad Max fire truck.
So this is the grease pit you traded your command for. Comms work in this dump at least?
Let's hope not.
It's not how men should talk to each other, you know? He just, like, 6 of his friends died. Hey, man, you live like this? This is a real dump, brother. You could say, like, hey, you want to talk about it?
Lieutenant Colonel Diaz, it's been too long.
This guy has way too evil of a face and facial hair combo for him to not be the real enemy.
Your hammer strikes for.
Yes, well, I'm glad to see.
As you can see, I've meticulously shaved my cheeks and neck, along with my mustache area, but yet cultivated
You're looking at the only known photos of
a bit of a beard, similar to that of a goat.
Geneticist, a monster who makes monsters. Corpsers, Brumox, his work. We need him eliminated.
On Big
I don't
Brother.
run ups anymore. Not after Gatka Ridge.
Sulking won't undo the past, Diaz. You want to save lives today? Stop squandering your tactical gifts and take Ukon down before he creates something even worse. I can't offer you much. No personnel, no race supply.
One common loot box.
Hold up. If this grub's as dangerous as you say, I need equipment. Soldiers. An army.
Oh, you always were resourceful. Recruit whatever gears you find and figure out the rest. As for your incident in Gatka,
We've reassigned you to Pachinki.
this time.
A heartwarming reunion.
If we do this, you work for me, not Prescott. Got it?
You're the boss. Motor pool.
Their armor could be touching and they'd still be 6
on.
feet away.
Let's find some more gear.
Social distancing, not a problem. Look at that. We leveled up. Oh, Sid is crushing it, dude. He almost got even one more level. Convoy is your mobile base of operations. I did get a Thrashball Coal pre-order bonus because I preloaded the game the day before it came out. But I gotta claim this case. This is the last thing on my list. 50% extra crit damage. I'm gonna be honest, that seems pretty good. And I'm gonna be honest as well. Like, Gears Tactics seems very good. Kind of hard to get the whole scope of what's going on in the course of, you know, merely a 40-minute tutorial. But a little bit more of a cinematic XCOM style experience really seems very interesting so far. And I kind of like the chunkier nature, like the more, like, let me put it this way. In XCOM, like, a unit has like 4 HP. You know, if they get hit, they take some damage from like 0 to 4. Or I guess 1 to 4, or they could take 10, but it'd be, you know, you get what I'm saying. In this, having like a broader health pool is kind of interesting implications. Heals being a little bit less stingy, and then maybe a little bit more, I can't really tell so far, but a little bit more bombastic driven based on the fact that you have infinite frag grenades and also infinite heal grenades that merely seem to be on like a 5-turn cooldown. It's got my head kind of circling around and percolating with all sorts of interesting ideas. So I wouldn't be surprised to see me come back to this at some point. For now, though, Gears Tactics, a AAA strategy game, the likes of which you don't see that much anymore in 2020, except for Firaxis for the most part. If you enjoyed the episode, I would say step 1, go check out Gears Tactics, especially if you have Game Pass. If you have Game Pass and you like tactics games, there's really no reason not to pick it up. You should definitely give it a try. If you don't have Game Pass, is it worth getting Game Pass for? That's up to you. I get good value out of Game Pass, but I'm not here as a Game Pass salesperson. So I leave that up to your discretion, but there is a lot of good stuff on there, so check it out and evaluate for yourself. Seems like a good time so far, and of course, I will put a link in the video description to this on Steam. It is full price on Steam, so caveat emptor there, but if for whatever reason, that's what people prefer to look at the games on. So go check it out. Apart from that, if you enjoyed the video, I'm going to assume you did. If you watched all 38 minutes and 28 seconds up to this point, click the like button. It's the single best way to support the channel. It's free. It's not compulsory, but it sends a message to YouTube. Hey, this guy makes good content. Please show it to more people so we can continue to create a thriving community and environment around the videos. I appreciate it a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll be in the comments responding, clicking the heart button, and saying pog up. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!